A lot of people will say, college is the best 4 years of your life. I'm happy they had such a good college experience and such a good time in college, but if that's true, what's the point of the next 50-ish years of my life? If I have already made it to my peak by the time I'm 18 and I'm done with it by the time I'm 22, why would I want to keep living? Like, honestly, you can keep it. I want my 20s to be the peak, and then my 30s, right? And then my 40s, and then my 50s, and then my 60s. And until I die, I want the next years to be my peak of life. If waking up, going to class, coming home, and eating the 3 cheapest meals a day you can think of is supposed to be my peak, I'm in for a long life. People always say, oh, but adulting sucks and enjoy your youth. I agree with you. You should enjoy your youth. But just because your adult life sucks doesn't mean mine will. Because I won't fall into the same traps that you may have fallen into. And I'm sorry you have. But I just don't want that life for myself. And I don't want that life for you, but I can't force you to change. How is college supposed to be my peak when I haven't even been married, or I haven't been promoted, or I haven't given my parents grandkids, or I haven't even given my wife a 10-year anniversary, or just traveled with her? How is that supposed to be my peak? Sure, college may be easier than adulting, but something that's easier is almost never better. It's easier to work at a business than it is to start your own, but you don't have that flexibility when you work at a business. You have a 9 to 5, and maybe it's online, so maybe you can do 8 to 4. But guess what? Somebody that starts their own business is like, I'm working for the Maldives for the next, 6 to 8 weeks. It's easier to not go to the NBA and just sit at home, do nothing, than it is to go to the NBA. But if you go to the NBA, and obviously you have to save here, you will have generational wealth. People in the NBA make more money than you and I can fathom. If you try and make your life better and more fun than it already is, it will be. Because you're actually putting effort to do something more than just being like, college, man. Don't get hung up on the fact that you will never be in college, because then you'll lose the time you have right now. You'll be thinking, hey, remember when I was young and single, or we were young and dating, and gosh, that was so fun. No, you'll be like, I want to remember that, but all I can think about is college. That's not fun. Think about it like this. When people climb Mount Everest, do they come back and rave about base camp? Or are they like, dude, the base camp, insane. Top 5 hotels I've ever stayed at. No, they come back and they're like, wow, the climb and the views were fantastic. They're not like, well, the base camp food was just fantastic. Maybe it is, but you're not going to Mount Everest for the base camp food. You're going to climb it. And base camp is still a good hike, but it isn't the end goal. If your life was a book and each part of your life was a chapter, would you have one fun chapter and the rest are boring, or would you have multiple fun chapters? A book with one fun chapter usually isn't a bestseller. Now, actually, that's probably not true, because New York Times just slaps anything a bestseller. But it's probably a book that's, it's in the back of Target. On the back shelf, there's multiple books in front of it. You go to pick it up, a lady comes out of nowhere, taps your shoulder, and is like, I wouldn't, if I'm honest. I wouldn't pick up that book and read that book. I don't want to be 40, right, and think, I miss college. Those were my best days. That's not a nostalgic thought. That's a tragic thought. I'm having fun and making great memories while I'm in college. Don't get me wrong. But my best days won't be planned by someone else that consist of, homework and lectures.